Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
First carry here for Kene Nwangu. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
5 yards remain on second down. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion. They
do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, here's Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in him as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On play action, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return was stopped right around the 25. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Play action now. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That is caught by Lamb. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again to Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now here's Pollard. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Cousins. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They go play action. Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 15. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They'll run for it with Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. A short kick taken at the 18. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On play action, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 39, Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 39 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. Intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Cousins. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Minnesota. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. KJ Osborne there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
One play at a time.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Now Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Cousins. And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off inside the 10. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Throwing here, Prescott. Forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch. Here's Cousins. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. He's going to let it fly. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis.